Well, let's get out of here. We'll take off and then we'll figure out what we're gonna do. We're definitely gonna head towards. We're gonna head back towards the coast. That's gonna have us flying out of Santa Catalina at
27 Whiskey Uniform, turning right. Base runway 22, Santa Catalina.
All right, so okay, here's the Santa Catalina VOR. We're gonna be flying back. We want to clear that. We're gonna clear that restricted space. So we're gonna hit the coast at 85 degrees. So we're tuned into the Catalina VOR. 85 on the course is what we're looking for. 85 right there. So that's what we're gonna want to intersect and line up with, and that'll take us all the way back to the coast. And we'll head back. We'll probably do a touch and go at Blackington, and maybe we'll save the ATC stuff for either later tonight or another night. I know we're flying on PilotEdge and all that good stuff, but I was feeling like doing some VOR, so that's how it goes. So we're back in the twatter. Oh, that was a disgrace. All right, dude. It flies, floats, or fucks rented. All right then, we'll go with that, I suppose. Let's get out. Let's get out of here though. There's still some. Oh, that dude's really low. There's Baron. I don't know where he came from. All right, so we are back in the Twin Otter. This Twin Otter is built by RWDesigns. It's for sale in the org. Just went on sale today. I am not a paid spokesperson. I did pay for the plane.
Twin Otter 827 Whiskey Uniform, turning right, final runway 22, Santa Catalina.
How about Maldivian Air Taxi? Let's see what this one looks like. Oh yeah, there we go. I expect this to have like a Better Call Saul type number on here, but black wings, dude, that looks pretty sweet. Look at that. It's like the Bat plane. All right, so we're in the Twin Otter. Nice plane. I'm a big fan so far. Anti-collision lights are on. Position lights are on. Good. Generators are off. The bleeds are both off. We are, I think, ready to get this thing going. Let's check on our fuel situation. Fuel situation is 3.5 hours, which is sufficient. We'll leave the weight and balance and all that stuff where it's currently at. So to turn the plane on, both the ignitions are on. We're going to move the fuel levers to on. I don't think this is the right way to do it, but this is what the manual says to do. So we're going to do that for the time being. We'll come back to it next time and actually visit at the proper procedures for doing this. But I don't think you're supposed to have these two fuel levers on. Landing lights can come off, and we will start the right engine first. Is it up? Nope. Is it down? Nope. Okay. Something's go. So the left engine just started. Interesting. Okay, well, we'll start the right engine.
And Santa Catalina traffic, Twin Otter 827 Whiskey Uniform finally.
Not much to getting this plane started.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is departing runway 22, making close traffic.
Bring on both our generators. Reset and then on. Reset and then on. Oops, reset and then on. Bring on both the bleeds. No smoking, fastest seatbelt signs come on. Taxi light comes on. Heat doesn't need to come on. We'll do the strobe light here once we get to the runway. There goes the Tomahawk. Do a quick control check. We'll do this from outside because it looks cool. Full left, check. Full right, check. Look how big those wings are, man. Full back, check. Full forward, check. Full right rudder. Left rudder. Controls look good.
Catalina traffic.
Parking brake is
Baron
off.
727 Charlie Romeo.
We were squawking 1200 ground. That's okay for now.
Catalina traffic.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Catalina traffic.
So let's start getting a feel for what's going on here. Put ourselves in beta mode.
Crosswind for runway 22.
Oh, get this thing rolling eventually. Okay, well that beta mode doesn't work very good. So we'll just pull the prop levers back a touch. That guy's probably gonna get clipped. Not really much we can do there. Might be able to thread the needle here. And I'm worried about. Oh, look at that! Look at that! Look at that, guys! That is MLG flying right there. MLG.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo, turning right crosswind for 22. Catalina traffic.
X-Plane 10. Yes. If you're asking about controls, I'm using a Cytec X52 HOTAS, and I have Pro Flight rudder pedals. Or the combat rudder pedals, maybe? I have the metal rudder pedals by Cytec.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is turning right downwind for runway 22 full stop.
Okay, well that guy is up and away. That's a drone. Has to be.
Traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo, turning right downwind for 22. Catalina traffic.
Okay, so we got one guy turning right downwind. I see a guy turning base.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Zulu turning final for runway 22 full stop.
Traffic on final now. Somebody called base, but I don't know where he was at. Traffic on right, or traffic on downwind. Not sure what the... Wow, that guy's got a hell of a bank angle going. Flying that little Cessna like a fighter jet.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo, turning right base for 22. Baron, Catalina traffic.
Is that a drone? Alright, right base. There's traffic on base. Traffic on final. That's a drone. Has to be.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo, turning final for 22. Catalina traffic.
Okay, he's going final.
Catalina traffic,
I think he's the last one.
Bravo Zulu clear VFR.
Okay, we'll give him a second. While that's happening, we'll go prop levers to full. We'll go ahead and squawk Charlie. Bring our landing lights on. Overhead, bring our strobes on. Strobes are there. Taxi lights can come off. Traffic on final. There is no other traffic to be concerned about right now. War Frog, welcome aboard. Catalina traffic, Twin Otter 7 Tango Sierra, lining up runway 22 Catalina. There's traffic on downwind over there.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo, clear of 22.
Catalina traffic, Twin Otter 7 Tango Sierra is taking off runway 22 right downwind departure Catalina. Takeoff power set. Ooh. Okay. Well, the nose just kind of came up there. I forgot to put flaps on too. And V1 rotate, I guess.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Zulu is lining up for runway 22.
Catalina traffic, Twin Otter turning crosswind, runway 22 Catalina.
Santa Catalina helicopter 27 West uniform remains southeast of the runway extended center line, Santa Catalina.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is on the roll for closed traffic.
Just pattern altitude. Turn ourselves onto a downwind. Continue climbing. We're going to climb to 3,500. Catalina traffic, Twin Otter is right downwind, runway 22 Catalina.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu, turning right, crosswind for
traffic at 12
runway
o'clock.
22.
Keep an eye on him. He could be a factor. That might be the helicopter I just heard. I'm not really sure. $3,500 is the altitude we are going for. There's 3,500. Catalina traffic, Twin Otter is clear the pattern. Catalina, have a great night, guys.
You too. See you on the stream.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727 Charlie Romeo departing on 22 coast traffic. Catalina.
Get ourselves lined up with Catalina VOR here. So we're going to be navigating off of what I have tuned in right here. Heading down to Blackington Airfield, which is 2 Charlie Alpha 4. We'll head down there, and then we will make our way to, we'll do a quick touch and go at Blackington, and then we'll head to, or probably do a stop and go, and then we'll head down to 46 Charlie Alpha. Oops, a little too high.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu, turning right. Right. Downwind for runway 22. Catalina.
Let's see here. SoCal approach down here is 127.4. Let's give them a call.
Catalina traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu, turning final for runway 22.
Catalina traffic, Baron 727.
Get our altitude stabilized too. Giving our passengers a bit of a ride here. Where are we? 4 miles east of Santa Catalina VOR. SoCal approach to Haviland 717 Tango Sierra VFR request.
717 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach, squawk 732 go ahead.
7323, and we are a de Havilland Twin Otter, 5 miles east of Santa Catalina VOR, looking for advisories to Charlie Alpha 4. And can you say again the squawk, please? Sorry for some Tango Sierra.
717 Tango Sierra, 7223, 7223.
Got to be very careful on that one.
For 1969 Whiskey, contact Los Angeles Tower, good day.
Alright. 2 Charlie Alpha 4 is where we're headed. VOR's coming in. We'll take a left turn here in just a moment. So 7223 on the squawk. I sent off an ident as well.
717 Tango Sierra, radar contact 8 miles east of the Santa Catalina VOR. John Wayne altimeter 2992.
7 Tango Sierra. 992. Back up at 3,500 feet. Blackington is where we are headed. Touch and go there. 46 Charlie Alpha. We'll at least get some advisory services. Pretend like I'm paying 20 bucks a month for something that I'm going to use. The Beat Ben Mean. Welcome aboard, buddy. Yeah, the twatter's out, man. Came out today. Flight 86 says, you want a challenge. Can I dodge all control and make it to 46... Can you dodge all control and make it to 46 Charlie Alpha before I do? I don't know, man. Give it a shot. I just flew through the VFR corridor through San Diego, so... But I think that you can probably get there before me, even if, like, especially if I do the touch and go. Let's bring those props back a touch. If anybody knows what you're supposed to bring the props back to in cruise on the Twin Otter, let me know. I'm gonna assume it's around 80%, but I honestly have no clue. That's not totally botched it, but not descending. 2 fighters up there. Right above us, 12 o'clock. Alright, let's get this thing trimmed out. And by trimmed out, not bobbing all over the place. It's pretty close. Not quite.
Or 43652.
There we go.
3 miles and
Close-ish.
Turn left heading 350. Maintain 4,000.
Yeah, Chevy. Well, Chevy, go to if you want.
Runway 32 practice approach. Maintain.
If you want to do
VFR.
some more traffic, 2 CA4, 2 Charlie Alpha 4 is where I'm gonna go go right now, and from there, then I'm gonna head down to 46 Charlie Alpha, and there's always gonna be a crowd at Rancho Valico, the finest untowered airport on all of PilotEdge. But that was cool, yeah, coming into Catalina with that. Saytech, I'm gonna do a touch and go at Blackington, and then I'm going to I'm gonna head to Rancho, and I'll be ending at Rancho tonight. Yeah, I guess the stream preview probably says absolutely nothing, because that seems to have broken. Oh, great! It's completely broken. Oh, my progress bar is not working. I forgot to follow my VFR flight plan, so that is hosed. Oops. It's alright. We'll get to stare at the X-Plane title screen here. If I could only hold altitude. Actually, I don't know why my page isn't, or why my tracker's not working. It should be. Oh, none of my tracker stuff is coming through. Whatever. We'll deal with it later. I already see the land. I wonder if that's gonna stick around. We got choked in.
17 Tango Sierra contact, SoCal approach 127.2.
127.2 to have 17 Tango Sierra. Alright, 127. Lots clicking, lots clicking, lots clicking. Lots of clicking. I know we're losing altitude. Oh. SoCal approach to Havilland 717 Tango Sierra, 3,500 VFR.
For 717 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach, John Wayne altimeter 29er 2.
7 Tango Sierra. Just not flying? Oh, Chevy, that's too bad. Oh yeah, yeah, that's right, you're traveling tomorrow. Yeah, and we've got weather coming in. Explain JPS uses 8.33 kilohertz free. I know, dude, it drives me nuts. I generally will bring the 2D panel out here and just use the mouse wheel because it's a little bit faster. But yeah, it's annoying, to say the least. I haven't played with the autopilot, so let's engage the autopilot. Put it in nav mode and alt mode. So let's see how this thing does. Now, I don't know if the alt... I'm assuming the alt is based on what I've set, but it actually may not be that smart. You may have to set that you may have to just basically take yourself to the altitude and set the set the button there. This gives us a chance to start looking around this cockpit in this this plane. So, the cabin is modeled. Texturing on the texturing here looks not too bad. They're definitely using fewer textures in the back here than they are in the cockpit. You can see some lower resolution stuff. A little more difficult to see on the stream, but Doesn't look too bad overall though. I think the door might actually. We'll have to test the door when we get to our destination, see if they actually work. I got my wing views here. Behind the bat plane. Not at all displeased with the appearance of this. Perhaps the black wings were a bit much for being able to see the plane and how it looks. Now there's a button that allows me to do fasten seatbelts and no smoking signs, but I don't actually see fasten seatbelt and no smoking signs back here. Makes you wonder. If we come up to the cockpit, the texture, they're using really nice textures. This whole thing, like the circuit breakers all look really good.
8 Lima Sierra, fly heading 330, descend and maintain 3000, vectors to final.
I don't know where he got his source material, but this guy must have had access to a real plane. Flap extension must not exceed 2 degrees after encountering any icing conditions. Good to know. If there's anything you guys want to see specifically, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to go look at buttons and switches. Far too clean for an Otter. Yeah, a little bit. I mean, they've kind of dirtied up. They've dirtied it up a little bit here up front, but once you get in the back, it's definitely way too clean. They used the dirty textures on the front panel. My guess is that these came from images and pictures and whatnot, and they didn't have access to that material for the seats and whatnot. How does the stream promotion on PilotEdge work? I have no idea.
You can expect a visual approach.
I think they've manually set people. I think they've manually set people, and like you have to have PilotEdge in the name of your stream. But you should send Keith an email, because I forgot that you actually stream. You do stream PilotEdge, so you should send him an email if you're not being featured, and they'll be able to get you in. I would think. New Otter been retrofitted with 2014 GPS. You know, I like the GPS though. It's useful. It would be nice to have just the VORs and like have a purely steam gauge option, but I'll take what I can get. One thing I noticed is that when I push the toe brakes, it doesn't show the toe brakes moving. It's kind of a bummer. I'm guessing all these doors must work. We'll have to test that when we get on the ground. I noticed that the decision height will not go below 250 feet. It started at 200, and as soon as I moved it above 200, it will no longer go below 250. So your decision height's always going to be greater than 250 feet. I suppose it doesn't matter because we're not going to be doing, Cat 3 landings and whatnot. Gauges all look real nice. Yeah, you have to. I think you'll have to ask to set it up. I mean, I talk to those guys pretty regularly, so like I know I'm on there, Keith's on there, HeliPilot's on there. There's probably a few people that are already on there. I think it's a feature that they're also testing too. I know that it's something relatively new that their webmaster Tim set up. Ben Main, welcome aboard. Or not welcome aboard, but have a great night, man. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Air 43652, Roger, flight Mr. Prototeacher as published and when able, say intentions.
Thank you everybody for coming out this evening. This has been a pretty fun night.
Air 652, Roger, just advise me when you're ready to start that approach.
Hey, the thing is back. Like I said, we're gonna do a quick either touch and go or stop and go.
652 Sagan.
At 2 Charlie Alpha 4. I'll probably do a full stop and go. And then we're going to head to 46 Charlie Alpha. 46 Charlie Alpha, the home of PilotEdge on FS Economy. Pretty cool little place if you guys haven't been out there. And if you have X-Plane and don't have the 4-6 Charlie Alpha scenery, you should go to the PilotEdge forums and get the 4-6 Charlie Alpha scenery. Because it's pretty fun to go dick around out there. Ah, nice, Disgraced. Disgraced, you stream? You stream and I don't follow you? Look, I should follow you. Disgraced Pilot. No, not Palito. Pilot. Dude, I think the beer's kicking in. YouTube stream. Well, you got a new follower. That's an Disgrace. That picture is amazing. You guys got to look at this. Oops. That's awesome. Doing the V and I ratings lady. Nice, man. Nice, nice. Apparently you can now get Twin Otters with Honeywell Primus avionics. Only the finest for our twatters. Reese, good to see you, man. I'm cruising at 3,500 feet right now, and we're just about to. Actually, we're getting pretty close to our first destination.
Cessna 8 Lima Sierra, 7 miles from Dobra. Fly heading 080.
Let's go to heading
Maintain
mode real
3,000
quick.
until established on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 11 approach.
Make sure I don't clip any restricted airspace. I don't know if I'm in danger of busting any rules here. I have to go look at what the altitudes and all that stuff are for that particular set of airspace, but that is okay. Once we're over the coast here, I'll kill the autopilot, take over myself again. And down, down, down we go. Tiger crash happened at Chino. Huh. Chino, Mr. Disgraced, were you, you weren't the pilot of that plane, were you? Nick, I'm definitely going to. Yeah, I just gave him a follow, and I'm gonna go poke around his channel later. Speed. We are flying. Sorry, dude. We're flying 155 indicated.
For 717 Tango Sierra, contact SoCal approach 119.6.
119.6. 7 take us here. 119.6. 172 knots in the ground speed.
We're 43652, Roger. Fly heading 160, maintain 4,000.
What is that? That's not Palomar. That's the airstrip.
Warrior 652, Howless approach terminate.
That's Oceanside, okay. Alright. Caution.
Warrior 652, Roger.
SoCal approach to have 1717 Tango Sierra, 3,500 VFR.
And 717 Tango Sierra, SoCal approach, San Diego altimeter 2, 995.
905, 7 Tango Sierra. Alright.
Number 528 Lima Sierra, Roger, cancel approach clearance, turn right heading 200. Let's be a quick sort of a 360.
Fly over him
for the localizer.
Make sure that we don't bump into Palomar. Palomar should be somewhere out there. I don't think that's Palomar. No. No, we're not going to bump into Palomar. That should be Oceanside. Yeah. So, in front of us somewhere, there should be an airstrip. I have no idea what I'm even looking for here. Other than 15 miles east, or 15 miles inland, there's an airstrip. I'm hoping we will see a beacon or some sort of, you know, indication that there's something out there. Field's at 1156. And the runways are 17 and 35. So guys, do me a favor. Help me find a runway out there. Everybody's favorite game, Spot the Airport.
It's the 8 Lima Sierra, turn right heading 300.
Okay. It's before all the hills. Main Palomar. It should be right in front of me. It's over these hills. It might be in that little valley.
Rather cleared visual approach, no traffic zero between you and the Lincoln County Airport. Port IFR cancellation are on this frequency. Free stand to advisory approved.
VFR is confusing. Yeah, dude. You can get lost with VFR. That's what I've noticed. Kind of like, we're not lost yet, but I do not know where this airstrip is. It might be in the valley. Oh, hey, weather change. Ah, there it is. SoCal approach to Havilland 7 Tango Sierra with a field. We're ready to cancel our flight following.
Then 7 Tango Sierra, radar squawk VFR, free change approved, radar services terminated. Good day.
VFR, radar services terminated. 7 Tango Sierra, take care.
That's the 8 Lima Sierra, 6 miles from Dobra, turn right heading 080, maintain 3000 until established on the localizer, cleared localizer runway 11 approach.
Alright, and Blackington, I don't even know who to tune into for this guy. I'm gonna go with 122.725. Let's speed back. Alright. We'll overfly the field. Palma Valley is the closest one. 122.725. I'm hoping that that's what CTAF is. I don't actually... There's no published CTAF for this because it's a private field. Oh wait, no. There's an ATIS. Yeah, weather observation. We don't need to make calls for this, do we? You guys aren't even paying attention. Nobody cares. Alright, we'll go props full. Landing lights come on. Not a very big airstrip. I want to overfly and look for a windsock. T-Mac asks if I'm not a real-life pilot, how to learn all of my radio skills. I did a lot of reading. I watched a lot of YouTube videos and practiced. I started on VATSIM and kind of moved on from there, and now I've been on PilotEdge now for a little over a year. And it's just kind of a constant need to do better. I've never had a problem being being a public speaker or anything along those lines. So, okay, we're gonna go to the. Hang on. We're gonna land on runway. Oh, land runway 35, takeoff runway 17. Okay. Guess we're gonna land on 3.5. Yeah. So anyway, I've never had a problem being a public speaker or doing public speaker or anything like that. So speaking on a radio does not leave me like flummoxed or anything. Like it doesn't. I just don't care. If I screw up, I screw up. But I learned by just listening, like listening to PilotEdge, watching some streams of people, VATSIM, going through the training material, going through the PilotEdge training material, and taking it little chunks at a time. You want to start with, like on PilotEdge especially, you want to start with pattern work. You want to start the same way that you would start in the real world, and that's with the basics and then the small planes, and then kind of move on from there. But whenever I hit something that I wasn't sure how to do, I would try to find some material or some examples of people doing that. And actually, the PilotEdge training site has been a phenomenally good resource. All right, so we're out. Let's go 10 degrees in the flaps. Get that speed down. Make ourselves a big 180 turn here. Get ourselves on for final. Okay, I'm in good shape. That's not at all displeased with this approach. I should have entered a traffic pattern and basically been on a right or a left, I should say, downwind. But I didn't do that because I didn't read my other remarks that says taking off runway 17, landing runway 35. I'm at 20 here. We'll do a full stop and then we'll get some lighting going in this cockpit. I'm not doing any radio calls because there's no published CTAF. Like there's no published advisory frequency, and it's a private field. So there's really no reason to do. I guess there's no reason in the real world there would be no reason to do radio calls here because we would never be landing here. Flaps 25 on the landing. This is another one that's part of the task-saturated Penguin network. This scenery has been made by Chris Stewart from PilotEdge. Heli Pilot 7 is how you guys would know him. Quick stoppity-stop here. Figure out how to turn the lights on. Then we'll head out of here and head to 46 Charlie Alpha. Okay, parking brakes engaged. Feather those props. And let's look for some lighting indications. This is me not knowing. So there's lighting here, but these are lights that I don't know what that is. That's not what I'm looking for. I need instrument. I need panel lighting. Is there panel lighting in this plane? I suppose that's the next question. Yeah, T-Mac, don't worry about it, man. You were doing fine. Like, people are going to stumble. Mistakes are going to happen. First of all, this is a training network. It's absolutely expected that you are not going to be perfect every time. The number of times that I've fucked up on things, like, it's ridiculous. And the number of times that I've heard, like, that I've heard people who are real pilots screw up on this network is also, like, it just happens. And that's, the point is for you to make mistakes and learn from them. So, oh, here we go. No, that's temperature control. Maybe there's no lighting in here. Love the taxi lighting. Yeah, lighting's there, but that doesn't... flight comp. I don't know what flight comp is, but that doesn't strike me as... Oh, hey, wait a minute. General lighting. Did that actually change anything? Off. No. On. I didn't do anything. Well, I guess we won't. We'll figure the lighting out another day. All right, let's take off and get out of here. Flaps go to 10. Okay, so from Blackington, we're going to be flying. We're we're going to fly at 103. 103 on the heading. Is about right there. So that's where we're going to be heading. We're going to be looking for a few airports on the way. And we're going to want to get ourselves up to, oh god, 7,500 feet it looks like. 5,500? We can get away with 5,500 feet, I think, for most of this. So 5,500. We're doing that because we're heading to the east. So odd numbers, and then add 500 to that because we're VFR. Okay, parking brakes disengaged. Feather prop levers to full. Yep. Alright, flaps at 10. Let's get out of here. Landing lights are on, which should have been on in the first place, but I'm getting kind of drunk, so. Rotaries in the upper left. Oh, there they are! Ha ha! You, my friend, are a savior. Thanks, Ben. Crosswind, I know that the org was having problems earlier. There were a couple of people that were having problems getting their serial numbers. Either send an email to Nick, or you may just have to wait a few minutes. It's either PayPal was taking its sweet ass time on things, or the org was behind. But I do know that people were having some issues earlier, and they were eventually did get their key. But if it takes more than, I'd say if it takes more than 20-30 minutes, I would send Nick an email, and I'd be like, hey, what's going on? Pilot 7369. This is the Blackington Airport. Is a private airfield. 2 Charlie Alpha 4 is the ICAO designated. All right, we should make it out of here, no problem. Yeah. Take advantage of our short field capabilities here. Ourselves at above the blue line. Go ahead and make a right turn here, or left turn, sorry. How does this plane compare to the Coronados? TVC asks. I think it's good. I think that it's on par with most of the Coronado offerings in the X-Plane world. Thus far, I am really enjoying this plane. I think that it's a solid plane. I think that it looks beautiful on the interior. I think the sounds could use a little work, but I would definitely say that it is a good buy. Whether it's worth $27, I'm not sure, but it is the interior, the textures and whatnot, from at least to me, are some of the best looking in X-Plane. I think that it's a good buy. I just took off of 2 Charlie Alpha 4. So we're heading to 46 Charlie Alpha next. We're heading back to where we started. And I should be there. It's 39 nautical miles. I'll probably be there in about 10 minutes or so. 10 or 15 minutes. It won't take us very long to get over there. Yeah, I think it's a good plane. How's the handling? Handling is beautiful. I haven't had any issues. I've been hand flying it most of the night. I don't know that it's... I don't know how faithful it is to the plane in terms of handling. I would defer to somebody who's actually flown one of these things before. But it's not twitchy. It feels good on the ground. It feels good in the air. I'm happy with the way that it's behaving. And the autopilot system seems to be functional. I'll have to... Next time I fly this thing, I'll do some IFR flying in it. I really wasn't in the mood for IFR tonight. Where can you get the twatter? You can get the twatter from xplane.org. If somebody's got a link for it, I'd be deeply, deeply, deeply honored if you would post that. You can get it from xplane.org. There are 2 twatters that are on X-Plane right now. The one you're looking for is this one by RWDesigns. Now, for those that don't know, RWDesign is the same guy who made the JetSim A330. This is not anything like the JetSim A330. This is... I think he was in over his head with the 330. I'm not really sure, but this is much, much, much better than that plane turned out to be. So don't let that be a deterrent. It's all good, dude. Don't worry about it. You asked it. I'm sure that 15 other people were thinking it. So don't worry about it. Tim, thanks, man. We're doing our MLG flying tonight. My wife hates this shirt. She thinks that the yellow color is absolutely obnoxious and can't stand it. I wear it just for that reason, because I'm a bastard like that. All right. So we're gonna see Ramona Airfield. Actually, let's pull the prop levers back. Once again, if anybody knows where I'm supposed to pull the prop levers back, please tell me. Bring the prop levers back. If I'm even supposed to pull them back. Maybe they don't pull them back at this plane, but we'll see Ramona at some point off to our right. That's probably it right there. I'm pointing at it like you can actually see what I'm pointing at. That should be Ramona. That's good. We want the big high peaks. The big high peaks off to our right, and we're going to be looking for a slightly less high peak off to our left, and that's going to put us on the right direction. We're probably going to go out into the valley east of Rancho Vallecito, and then come down and then come off to the around to the south and do a south pattern for this field. The goal is to land on runway 10, which is the runway that basically is like butts right next to the airport. It makes for a super interesting and rather challenging landing. We should really get ourselves down to the proper altitude for what we're flying, which in this case is 5,500 feet. What is that? It's like dueling beacons over there. Loma Madera. Another private airport. Or is it Hoffman? That's probably Loma Madera. 25 Charlie Alpha. And we'll come pretty close to Hoffman as well. Traffic off to our left. Beautiful flying out here. At 400 flaps up and CL back to about 91%. Great. Well, I can't go above. Okay, so there's 91-ish. Thank you for that, Crosswind. What's wrong with the A330? I've heard that the A330 has some shortcomings. I have not personally flown it, so I will not comment as to how good or how bad it may be, but the general consensus amongst the people that I've talked to have been that it's not a great plane. Tim Radio asks what MLG stands for. Oh my god, yeah. MLG, like... Draco's doing pretty good at it. The autopilot, Nick, seems to be pretty good. Many limitations and bugs, says Tim Rodeo. That might be the best thing you can say. So MLG is an acronym for Major League Gaming. MLG is a company that was it kind of grandfathered esports, making like competitive video gaming a large scale thing. I got this T-shirt for free when I went to a MLG event in Providence, Rhode Island. I went down to watch StarCraft 2 championships several years back. And when somebody says they're being MLG at something, as was alluded to, it's kind of a sarcastic way of being elitist. Oh man, I don't even really know how to put words to it. It's like saying I'm doing something super awesome, but kind of acknowledging the fact that you're being a huge douchebag by saying that you're doing something super awesome. That might be the best way I can think of to describe it. Me saying MLG flight simming is me being like super sarcastic about like, this is super amazing flight simming, while acknowledging that I have no fucking clue what I'm doing. Goose is cooked. Ah, sorry, Satek. Eshin asks, how much snow have you gotten in the past month? Let's see. Pictures, camera roll. Oh no, where'd it go? I moved the picture. I gotta move this thing back. This is the pile of snow out behind. This is me standing in front of the pile of snow out behind my apartment. I'm 6'5", and that pile of snow is like 9 feet tall. That's how the snow is going in New England. We've gotten 92 inches in under 3 weeks. It hasn't snowed significantly. We've only had 2 inches of snow in the last week, so that's kind of nice. But the snow has been kicking our asses in the last couple of weeks, without question. Julian VOR is up here to the left. That means we're heading the right way. I think we need to be on the right side of that little mountain there. That should be the 5600 point, and then we'll see Rancho Valico down below us. Yeah, we've gotten a lot of snow, and it's honestly it's the main reason why I've not been streaming for the last few weeks. Every day I go to stream, I have to go shovel snow instead, and it's been a huge bummer in a lot of ways. But we're getting through it, and I think that we are over the hump in terms of snowfall totals. We have a winter weather advisory tonight, but I don't think that's going to amount to much. As long as it's not a winter storm warning or anything like that, like, we shouldn't see more than a couple of inches. And at this point, like, when you have 3 or 4 storms in an extremely short window that you measure in terms of feet, 3 or 4 inches on the ground, or 3 or 4 new inches on the ground, it doesn't mean anything. Like, it's absolutely nothing to plow through that. So it's been a really shitty start to the year, but hopefully it gets better soon. 85 degrees a few weeks ago in SoCal. Draco, you can go eat a dick. Seriously. D. Gulster, welcome aboard. Remember though, aren't an IPA kind of... Yeah, I'm not an IPA, man. I love Bell's. Bell's Oberon and the Bell's Kalamazoo Porter and their Stout. Like, those are 3 beers that I absolutely love, and I hate the fact that I cannot get Bell's out here in the Boston area. But an IPA does not get me going. I'm not a big IPA person. Tim Rodeo, thanks for joining us, man. Have a great night. Dying here, need to move to colder climates. Well, disgraced pilot, I wouldn't come all the way to... I wouldn't move to the Northeast after this year. That's for sure. North Carolina last week, all schools closed for winter advisory, 1 to 2 inches. I mean, it's a matter of perspective, though. Like, 1 to 2 inches in the South is very different because they're not equipped to handle it. They don't know how to drive in it. 1 to 2 inches here, you will never see any of it on the ground because it's like on the roads and whatnot, because the roads are salted and sanded and everything else. It's just gonna go poof. It's gone. 1 to 2 inches in a place like South Carolina, they don't have the equipment to do anything with it, so like they get completely screwed by it. We need to start looking out. Oh, is it? It's not over there, is it? I need to start looking for a runway or an airport. I think this is the 5,600 feet. Peak over here to our left, and then I think as soon as we crest these hills, we should see the valley that has Rancho in it. What do we got on the GPS up there? 90 LO. Is that LO8? Yeah, LO8 Borrego Valley. Yeah, okay. So we want to be a Beam Borrego Valley. There's some traffic right there. Okay, Rancho Valley to 122 or 122.9er is where we want to go for our CTAF here. 122.9er. And this will definitely be my final leg of the night. With any luck, we'll hear some traffic. As soon as we crest this hill, I think just off to the right here, we should... You know what? I think right on the other side of that hill is where the airport's at. So we're gonna stay kind of left of the airport here, and then we're gonna swing all the way around and basically join in on a right downwind for runway 10. Heading with your Copter 246 a ways out though. Bummer. Straight ahead, that's the big mountain. I'm good. Awesome. Yeah, I haven't flown into Rancho here all that much lately, or at all. So a lot of this is very new to me. But I am seeing some signs of an airport. So let's get our landing lights on. Make sure they can see us coming in. Rancho Vallecito traffic, Twin Otter 7 Tango Sierra is 10 miles to the west, planning for right traffic for runway 10, Rancho. I'm on 120.
Rancho traffic, we have an otter in sight.
No, dude, I'm on 122 Niner.
Turn. Oh.
We cool, we cool.
Downwind for runway 10.
Alright. I got you on left. Eyes on the traffic on left downwind. I'll keep out of your way, Rancho. I'm on 122 Niner. It looks like 0 because, you know, the resolution's low, but it's definitely a 9.
Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu, turning left downwind for runway 10, touch and go.
Different cockpit layouts in terms of onboard electronics, but no one offers it. Offers, what are we asking for here, Deagle? I think I might have missed a message. Obvious to me for these payware plane makers to offer different cockpit layouts in terms of, yeah, you get it occasionally, but not very often, because there's a lot of 3D modeling. There's a lot of work that's involved with the layout of these panels in the front. So the chances of getting 2 complete sets of avionics are pretty slim. Like the Bell 407 is one of the aircraft that does it. Okay, so we gotta watch for this guy here. I'm not sure if he's doing a touch and go or what he's doing. Field elevation is 1680.
Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is going around. We're gonna make right traffic.
Okay, he's gonna go right traffic, so I'm gonna get in right behind him. So let's get our speed down a bit. He's a Tomahawk, so he's going to be pretty slow. So we'll get ourselves way out here and make ourselves a nice big downwind leg. Still above the traffic pattern. Not really. Now I'm at pattern height.
Tomahawk 41 Bravo Zulu turning right crosswind for runway 10.
Okay,
touch
good.
and go.
Into traffic, Twin Otter 7 Takeoff Sierras, and the right downwind for runway 10, and we are behind the Tomahawk, Rancho. Where's he at? Where's he at? There he is. Okay. Get some altitude here. Now, the trick for landing this is to hug those mountains on the other on our kind of 1 o'clock as closely as possible. If you don't stay close to those mountains, you're pretty much not going to have a chance in hell at actually landing on this runway. It's pretty tight coming in here.
Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu turning right downwind for runway
Speed
10.
down.
Touch and go.
Laps 10. We want to give him plenty of time. Our altitude up. Go out left a little bit here before I swing right. Start losing some altitude. We're not flying a traditional pattern by any means. Laps 20. Extra traffic, Twin Otters turning right, base runway 10, Rancho.
Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is on the upwind for runway 10. Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu turning right crosswind for runway 10.
Extra traffic, Twin Otter, final runway 10, full stop. Nope, we screwed that up. Rancho traffic, Twin Otter to go around. Runway 10, right traffic. Rancho. Bounced it. I had it pretty good. I lost my airspeed there, though. I lost my airspeed as I was descending on final because I was not focusing on my airspeed. And because of that, I came in fast and I bounced it. And there's no way I was going to stop there. Not a chance in hell.
Rancho traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu heading right downwind for runway 10. Full stop.
Rancho traffic, Twin Otter, right crosswind, runway 10, Rancho. Our flaps at 10. We're to keep our speed down. That was a bad approach. Bad
Rancho
approach.
traffic, Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is on final. Runway 10.
Rancho traffic, Twin Otter, right downwind, runway 10, Rancho. Okay. Big downwind, but we're doing this on purpose. Okay, wide downwind. He's stopping? I don't think he's stopped. I think he's, that little Tomahawk. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Whip that tail around. Alright, I have no
Rancho
room to talk on this, though.
Tomahawk 141 Bravo Zulu is taxiing to parking.
Thanks, Terminator. I get him right, or Terminator. I get him right once in a while. Yeah, this runway's crazy to land at, especially coming in on this 10. It's actually like if you guys have not flown out the 46 Charlie Alpha, if you're on X-Plane, go to the PilotEdge forums and get the scenery for it. Task Saturated Penguin is the post you're looking for in the FS Economy forums. It definitely is worth getting. And this airport is really challenging and really fun. Okay. Try this again. Speed, speed, speed. Go full flaps. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I think I might have overshot. Bank angle. Bank angle. Oh, we're okay. We're okay. We're okay. Speed looks okay. Not the cleanest of landings. Rancho traffic, Twin Otter 7 Tango Sierra is going to back taxi runway 10 to Penguin Rancho. Alright. Ourselves in a position here to make the big turn. This is when I wish I had dual throttle controls. Whoa, I'm still in reverse. That's a problem. They need to put a turnaround spot at the end of this runway or make that taxiway wider. I'm definitely not going to fit a Twin Otter down there. I couldn't fit a Baron down there earlier. The tennis court is out there, yeah. Mountains don't seem very... So disgraced. If you go look at the remarks for this field on SkyVector, it actually says that you're supposed to take off into the mountains and land from the mountains. Somebody actually talked to somebody that lives out near this airfield. This airfield's no longer used for anything, but they said the quote they gave was you'd have to be crazy to fly into that airfield. But the reason why we do the 10 in and the 28 out is because that's what it says on the charts. And it makes for a more fun approach, if you ask me. Rancho traffic, Twin Otter is clear of the runway. Rancho. Yeah, Torb, no kidding. I would have cheated and changed the time of day. Yeah, so like, I did a few flights in here earlier today, and the ceilings
Rancho
were...
Tracks here, 727. Tango Tango is texting from the ramp, runway 10.
I did some flights in here earlier today, and I was in the Baron, and the ceilings were like 200, so I was not landing on runway 10. That's for sure. I was landing on 28. So yeah, that's the Twin Otter, guys. I'm pretty happy with this plane. I was really excited when I saw that it was on sale. I had not even known that it was even in production, so that was a nice surprise today. But it's been great coming back. It's been great seeing you all. Position lights can stay on. Lights can come off. I'm not done yet. Yeah, I'll be done in just a second. I'll come out and get it. Yeah, it's been good seeing you guys all today. So let's engage parking brake. Feather them props. Kill them fuel levers. Generators off. Leaves off. Lights off. That's bright. Those levers are awfully tough to turn. And kill the battery. DC master. Battery off. That is the Twin Otter. Built by RWDesigns. You can get it off the org. Definitely a good purchase, in my opinion. I love this kind of planes, so I'm super happy with it. But thank you guys all so much for showing up. I'm really hoping that I can get back into a regular schedule. I'm shooting for Monday, Wednesday, Friday, at least 2 of those days. Now that I'm kind of